Hi, it's Louise, Spiral Bright Insight, and this was just a quick kind of share for anybody who is wondering whether they are a starseed. And if you've got further than that and you believe you are, or you know you are, but you want to know more information about where specifically you come from, I also wanted to sort of share how you can access that information. So I think first and foremost, what to say is if you are here on my channel and you've seen other people talk about star seeds and sort of galactic cosmic content, if your kind of consciousness or higher self has sort of put information in front of you, and instead of going that's a load of bollocks, excuse the French, then and you've actually thought, oh, actually there's something in this, I'm intrigued, I want to know more, then that's a pretty good indication, because things do come into our awareness, but when they stick and you kind of pay attention, that's usually because you're meant to. So that's kind of, flag number one. You could, if you think you're a starseed, or you are and you want confirmation, you could actually just ask yourself and just say, am I a starseed? I know that sounds really simple and basic, but I use a technique which I learnt in Access Consciousness, which is when I can ask my body questions and my body responds. And it's not really my body responding, it's more consciousness responding, but I use my body as a tool. So, for example, it's called light and heavy. So when I ask a question and I feel the energy rising and I feel light, that is always for me, it's a yes. And when I feel heavy and a kind of sinking feeling, that is a no. You can use muscle testing, so you can use sort of finger technique. So you need someone else to test your arm for you, but there's lots of ways of asking. Obviously a pendulum as well is another way. So it sounds quite basic, but that is one way you could check. Now, if you want to go further and explore your kind of soul's history and find out what star systems you've got really strong alignments to, there's a couple of ways to do that. One is to have an Akashic records reading done, and there's lots of people out there who do that and who offer that service. You'd probably want to find someone who has worked with sort of more galactic clients in the past, because it might be a bit of a shock to them if that's the kind of questions you're asking. But again, your consciousness and higher self is going to find the person that is the right fit for you. And when you're looking to work with anybody in a kind of the healing or energy fields, tarot readers, even like massage therapists, chiropractors, always make sure that you kind of have a resonance with them and that you feel that it feels right. Because if it feels wrong or you're not sure for any reason, that's usually your intuition trying to say, no, not this person. So yeah, have an Akashic record reading done, and that person, if they're trained to do it, can access your Akashic records, which is basically records of all your lifetimes and all your soul's history, and sort of give you some more information. Now, the other more the way I do it is by looking at your birth chart and looking at the alignments of the planets and angles in your birth chart, and how whether they're aligned to fixed stars. And when I do that, I'm looking first and foremost for conjunctions, which is when the planet is at the same degree as the fixed star, or oppositions, when the planet is in the opposite degree to the fixed star across the chart. But sometimes if there's trines, that can also suggest a lifetime there. And when I look at a chart, I'm guessing basing it first and foremost on the factual information that's there, but then I start to weave the story in. So I'm looking at the energy of the sign that the fixed star is in, the house of where it's located in your birth chart and your natal chart, and what that represents. And yeah, the planet itself that it's aligned to, and what that might be representing. Because not only can we get information about where you might have had lifetimes, but also where there's energies or gifts or support coming through from that fixed star in this lifetime. So it might sound complicated. Obviously, I have studied astrology for a few years, and I've done the galactic course to become more specialist. There are, if you want to do a course yourself, Julia Balaz offers two galactic astrology courses. One is her Galactic Astrology 101, which is more for if you just want to learn kind of the basics and do your own chart. But if you want to become a practitioner, there is a practitioner course as well. And I have a discount code for 10% off both of those courses, which I will put in the link as a link in the box below. So if you are interested in learning more yourself, that is it's an amazing path to go down. It's fascinating, and you'll learn so much. But if you want to have someone look at it for you, I do readings, as well as there are many other practitioners who have certified through Julia's course. So that is an option as well. But yeah, I would just trust your intuition. Most starseeds are very intuitive and empathic, and will have a knowing. But if you are just waking up and you want to know more, feel free to reach out to me or anybody else who's talking about this subject, because there are a lot of people and there is a lot of information when you start looking. But again, if you set the intention that you want to learn more and you want to know more, the universe is going to put the right people and the right resources in your path in front of you, so that you can sort of just kind of go on and learn more and more. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I've got a mailing list as well if you want to join that. Bit of promo. But yeah, it's a pleasure to share. Oops. I have got a dog underneath me, which is why the phone keeps moving, in case anyone is wondering. Yeah, it is a pleasure and a privilege to share this kind of information. So thank you for being here.